Hey, Connie. Your video is off. Oh, now I see you. Cool. I've changed screens today. No sound. You're on mute.
Oh no. Okay.
What
Oh
did
my
you,
goodness.
what did you say?
I said I just shut down my laptop, so I'm on the phone.
I see you doing this. And I said, I have no idea what she said.
So I look like, you know, the old cartoons, right? Without sound.
Sound effect.
Just be, oh my goodness.
That's all
I
right.
was asking if you had dinner already yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
Matt's going to say I'm going to be cranky today.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna say, oh, Arvin's a little grumpy tonight.
That's all right.
Yeah, okay.
Well, so let me show you something that with the, what do you call it? Sorry, go ahead.
I like my iPhone because I can zoom in, zoom out. With the laptop, I don't know.
You have a tough time? Okay.
Yeah, I just use my fingers. I just zoom in, zoom out. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is we're going to pretend I'm going to use Alicia's
Okay. Offer.
offer.
Yeah, offer terms.
So we're going to take a template, create a new one, purchase offer. I'm going to start with that. And we're going to name it RPA, not 2020. And then we're going to name, because his company name is Invest.
Nautic, Invest Nautic.
Yeah, is the same one that you had also?
Yes, I think they're the only one. I think they're exclusive.
No, maybe it's for your region. It could be a possibility for their region.
Oh, okay.
So it's a possibility. I don't know if it's the same person. So we put that name there, residential, then automatically apply, then save it. It'll open up the folder, go to forms and put a cover sheet and put a residential purchase agreement. Then one of the other things that everybody forgets, but I think you would want to do it, is always
BRA.
Yeah, exclusive. So go to your cover and then always put their information. So put the investment.
Not LLC, right?
Don't put LLC, just leave it for that because the signature is somebody else. You don't have to put his investment information.
Yeah. Oh,
so
you don't have to?
No, don't put his address and everything else because you don't want that showing up. You can put it if you want. I wouldn't put it.
Okay. I have to change it again then.
Right. So he's got this was Carter Investment email. I think that's what came up with. So I'm going to just pretend to use that same information here.
Okay.
And then he's got
that's the same guy I spoke with then.
Carter or Lauren?
Cartier.
What about Lauren? Lauren Roble?
Well, no, it's Wolf Filey or something.
All right, so this one shows up. The sign is Lauren Robles.
Yes.
So that's the name of his, and that's the person here. The telephone. I'm just going to put a telephone number here. So just preparing the whole item is for making sure that you. So I'm just using his information here. Then what you want to do is most of this part you can always PM9
Yeah, but we don't put the date, right? It's when
Nah,
it says, technically it says 3 days after. Well, what happens then?
we don't know which date you're gonna write it, but this is the template you're creating, not the.
Okay,
This is not a transaction. This is just a template.
correct.
So if you're the buyer's agent, then put your buyer's agent in it and put all your information. I mean, this is generic that you're gonna have to just set it up initially.
Gotcha.
Just get it done. Your basic items going need to be put in here.
Arvin, you said put Lauren. I didn't see you put Lauren, but I know you put Lauren right next to the name.
No
more?
I didn't put that. Oh, you could. You could put his name here as a signer.
Yeah, Lauren Robles and manager, right?
Right. You don't have to put a manager, but he's just a signer, but you don't have to, because the person who's buying it is an investment company, not
the what?
Investment company is buying it, not Lauren. Lauren is just the signer.
The manager, signer, right?
Yeah. So you don't have to put that information.
Oh, we don't have to?
No.
Okay.
You could ask them. I mean, I don't know how they want to set it up.
I follow what you told me last week.
Yeah, but you got to ask them, and that's the thing. You could put the seller's broker here also, because you might be double ending it at this point. But realistically, I would just leave it as is.
Yeah.
Finish out. They don't have a lender or any of that. Your main item could be title. You could put the same person that you want, seller's choice or whatever choice, because you're going to be working with the same title company. Disclosures, you can put my best value, then put your home warranty set up as well. On that, you're done. I mean, this part is done.
Correct. Yeah.
If you go back to your RPA. Come on. Go to your RPA. And in your RPA, this is where it gets not that tricky, but I'll show you most of the things that you want to just fill out and get it over with. So here it says normally 15 days. Now I saw another one. It was 10 days.
Wow, really?
The cash was 10 days. So that's what threw me off. But, whatever. It doesn't, it makes no difference here. Deposit, I've noticed it was from Matt, I saw 5,000. So, but I would just put 3,000 in this case here. Normally as 3,000, because your whole job is to get this thing going. Cash offer. And so right now you got a $3,000 cash offer. You don't know what price they're going to put in, but when you write an offer, you can put your cash amount here. So this one was showing it 455. Don't put anything here. This is just a template you're creating. So one of the things that you want to do is this part here, other terms. He's got a couple of things here. So I'm going to just copy a couple of things here. Let's see here. All right, let me copy this and bring it over. Let's see what happens here. So, whoops. So 7 day, one dot.
Yeah.
Physical inspection part of it. Hit a period and then space it. 2 period and then bring your
no termite
part of it. You can put a period here if you want. I don't know. I'm just using this arbitration wise. So it says no closing costs to be paid each, or closing costs each to pay his own. So this one I'm leaving it out. I'll show you.
For later on, right?
Yeah, it's in the other segment. You're going to put it in. Buyer's 3-day approval. He's written here. Buyer's 3 days approval. All disclosures, reports, prelim, blah blah blah. And then 4 period. Possession of escrow to be close of escrow or negotiable. You can put that. Now there was some other stuff also Let me just see here.
No appraisal sometimes, and then they ask the seller to dispose what they need to dispose from the house.
Well, the no appraisal is actually, there's a checkbox. And,
Yeah, there's a checkbox too.
right?
No loan.
So no loan contingency, but where's your no?
Appraisals a little down there, I guess. Yeah.
Here's appraisal contingency and removal is not contingency upon, yeah, so this is it, I think, right? This agreement is not contingent upon
yeah.
a written appraisal of the property. So that's the one you want to check. So keep it already checked for the person. And then seller, my NHD, tax environment. You don't have to put, there's no termite report issue here, so leave that out. The seller shall pay this. Seller shall apply for the compliance, mandatory. And here's your seller to pay each. So if you write it the way, yeah, each their own. This is perfect. Escrow holder shall be seller's choice. You can put seller's choice here. It's going to be used, so I don't personally care about it. Title, also seller's choice. You can choose your own if you want. Then the city, county, you need that up, and then you put all this. Usually most of the homes are under 2,000, so you want to put 600.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Because we personally know that when it's a distress, most of the time it's they don't do so. Sellers know.
Well, this has nothing to do with distress. We're not talking about distress properties. We're talking about just making an offer on any property and every property.
Because this is what one of my friend that I'm going to help her with. She's a seller. She goes, "You don't need that, right? Because you guys are going to redo it anyway." I said, "But I said usually it's okay."
Okay, so the quick answer to this whole thing is why not? What's wrong with the seller paying the home warranty? It adds it when you sell it to the new, after the repairs are done, it goes on to the next owner.
Oh, it does? Okay,
right.
It's connected. Oh.
So your investor doesn't have to pay for it.
Okay, because of course every seller wants to save as much as they want. Okay, that's a good one.
So you're saving your buyer money at this point. And you can also put air conditioning. Some people do a lot of weird things. You know what? Just let it be. At this point, this to me just is enough.
Correct. Okay.
You can always say the buyer waives the purchase of home warranty. Yes, but it's saving the seller. We're not interested in the seller. We're just interested in getting the seller the best deal. But at the same time, you're representing the buyer. You're not representing the seller. So they just move on, and you're basically this is done. So just save it.
But did you want to put there too? Seller does not intend to occupy. Yeah.
Where do you put that?
All the way a little bit down. That right there. Shall occupy. Oh, before there B. Wait. Buyer intends. There A. Letter A. 9A. Not seller. Buyer. Sorry, does not intend. Right.
How do we know?
Huh?
How do we know? What difference does it make?
Well, I thought because they're investors.
Yeah, but why give the game away?
Oh, okay.
You're telling the seller, hey, this is not the buyer's primary residence. What difference does it make?
And it doesn't matter too if we say, oh, by the way, the buyer does not intend to.
Well, the investor is going to sell it to another buyer, and that buyer might say this is going to be my primary residence. What if the investor has a cousin or somebody that's going to stay there? We don't know what they're going to do with it.
Okay. So what I'm understanding from you is it's kind of like you're connecting it. Okay.
At this point, what is this part of? Let me ask you that question. the buyer intends or does not intend to occupy the property as a primary residence, this is to do more with
Primary
the
residence, right?
loan. It's to do with the loan.
Oh, okay.
Because
So there's no loan, don't worry about that.
right. So the lender is the one who usually carries this, and they're going to file for the tax issues.
Gotcha.
That's where this is going to come in. I don't personally care about it. You can
Okay.
you can even say possession of seller, buy it to be at 6 p.m. and blah blah blah. This is all default. Leave it.
Yeah, default COE. Yeah.
But don't make it a big deal, because as far as you and I are concerned, this is all done.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But can we go back, because you copied and pasted the one COE or negotiable, but we know the default is COE also. So we still put the terms then, the other terms. Remember you put COE?
The other terms, you do the other terms according to this. All this is because he might want to negotiate this. We don't know that. What if the seller says, give me 3 more days before I leave?
Okay.
In fact,
but what, okay.
In fact, there's one part that's missing. I saw it in the other offer, that the seller needs to keep the property clean.
Correct. Like add that, depends on the what they give. I have the verbiage.
This one doesn't, yeah. So this one didn't show it, but I would put that in
as a default for everything, right?
Yeah, I would put it in here. I don't have it in here because this particular one doesn't show that.
Gotcha. Question regarding number 4 again. What if it says possession at COE and there's no negotiable?
Stop. Just forget about it. Don't even, you go overthinking it. I don't want you to think about this. Just stop it. That's what I'm trying to help you understand.
Okay.
You're overthinking it. This has got nothing to do with a regular buyer. This is to do with the investor. As far as the investor is concerned, this is all you need to worry about, because you're writing it up on behalf of the investor, and this is the template you're creating for the investor. What you're thinking and overthinking, it's all that other stuff which you were taught or what you were thinking about is to do with a regular buyer. This has got nothing to do with a regular buyer.
Okay.
So just move on. You need to just move on and let it be. So that's what I was trying to get at, is just focus on your investor. This template is created for the investor, not nobody else. And this is practically done. There's your investment setup done.
Yes.
When you do your transaction, if you look carefully, your new transaction, you're going to purchase, you're going to put an address of a kind, 752, let's see if it comes out right, I don't know. So we're going to choose this. You don't use this one because you don't even have a listing ID, so leave this out. Residential, it's not active. It is active. We don't know. Status is inactive, actually. Because it's a prospect setup you're creating,
that's why,
right?
Yeah, that's why I put
template, and then this is the one. So it's going to dump all that information into the template when you create it. And now it's all there. But now you notice the MLS number, none of those items are here because you haven't figured this out yet. Because you still have to door knock these people. So once that door knock is done, then only you can go forward. By the way, you notice this has changed. RP after the ZIPFORMS, they've got new things coming up. So you look at this display is a little different. Your dashboard and everything has changed. Here's the old layout. This is the old layout. This is the new layout.
Of ZIPFORM?
Yeah, it's changed. So you guys need to keep that in mind. There's a new layout going on. So here's the new layout again. Everything down here, if you notice, escrow and all that is set up here too. I don't like it, but it's, you know what, people are going to complain. Here's your investment person. Your information and everything is set up here already. You're done. Now all you need to do is documents. Go in here, and you need to do is open up the cover sheet, and in the cover sheet, you're going to put down, you got the address already. Now you need to put the price point. So this is now the price point. Now you put your date and everything else. So the purchase price, you're going to be 4. Hers was $455. Why doesn't it like it? There's a date that way.
24.
So there's no closing date. Leave that alone. Expiration date is going to be 3 days from now. But you better start knocking these people fast, because that expiration date will thin out. Unless you leave this blank, they still have a 3-day 9 p.m. automatically, because your contracts are set up that way. I would put it in purposely just to make sure.
So what would you put? Because if we're not going to door knock in the next few days, so we can extend it, right?
You can extend it, but then you have to make sure that you write these things out right and make sure it's perfect. Because you could run into a bit of a headache. On that, everything is done. Simply on this particular part, is nothing else to do. I would go back to RPA. Even RPA is now done. I don't have to do anything on RPA either. There's 445. This 30 days. Change this to 15 days. And you don't have to do anything else. You can do this part only when after the offer has been accepted. Right now, you're done. There's nothing else for you to do. So all you need to do is email this for signatures. And basically, you're done. So I'm going to send this document and this document
for them to sign.
And you're done. So the next stages are basically it's you and them. And make sure you uncheck this one always, because if this one is checked, it says first and second. Don't do that. Just uncheck it. Do next.
It's whoever, right?
And whoever signs first, they'll sign pretty fast. You've probably seen them. You've seen them come back pretty fast. So you're done practically. But I don't know what Jim is. Jim's there too. And signatures and everything, Lauren Robles, and boom. The signatures will come up. This is what I have to figure out. You guys need to find out what names you want to put here.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure about this part. This is where I have no idea how you want to set it up. You need to talk to these guys and find out from the emails. How's that going to work? Something's throwing me off about, I don't think it's going to be Lauren Robles, because he's not the buyer. The company is the buyer.
But it says here though, Investnautic LLC. That's the name. It says the Investnautic LLC signer, Lauren Robles, manager.
Right, but then you don't put Lauren Robles like this. I think you need to double check on this. I'm not sure about this name.
Okay, let me read it. Let me just.
You need to find out from them, because I've got a funny thing. Here's where I'm going to run into a problem. I think I already figured it out. Something. The name got to be taken out. Because the name, where is this? Parties. See, last name should be none. See, if it says Investnautic, then Lauren Robles will sign it up. So I still have an issue here. You guys need to find out how you want to set it up as a name. Double check. Maybe you might want to send them an email and say how you want to set it up as a signature. As a cash offer, I don't think it's going to make any difference. I don't know. I could be wrong. See, I've been out of the real estate setup. I'm having a bit of an issue on this one.
Okay.
It's got to be something. I'm trying to figure out if it's an LLC, whose signature, maybe you can't put Lauren Robles, then he's the one who's going to be a buyer. We don't want to do that. It's got to be an investment. Leave it as investment, and then Lauren's signature. Yeah, but how does the signature set up? See, this is where I have a problem. Whose signature goes there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just emailed her while you're talking, so we'll see what happens. Because I've been using the same thing you told me like 2 weeks ago. They've been signing it, so
yeah. But
so,
how do they sign it? Under the LLC? It says LLC on the signature point.
Yeah, they just click. Remember, because it's already given. They just click on it. Whatever we created.
Yeah, but
so I just emailed her.
Yeah, but I think there's got to be something. I got to double check on this. Gotcha. Whose signature name appears here is what I'm. Because it doesn't give us. It doesn't give us a signature name here. Here you go. Yeah.
Signing representative. Oh yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
So let's try this. I've never played around with this, so. So that was the top part is the company name.
Oh yeah, if this is a trust or LLC or any entity, right? Yeah. I was just going to say I just did that for my trust anyway. Yeah.
So this is Lauren Robles' signature, but the LLC is the first name, but it says first name. Where's the name of the company? It doesn't say what name you got to put here.
You know, I remember I called ZIPFORMS one time when I had an issue regarding that, because I was telling him, hey, it's in the trust. How do I put the name of the person who's the trustee, successor trustee? So that's what they told me. I remember they told me that, let's say if it's Arvind Vallabh, right? So Arvind first name, Vallabh is middle name, and last is trustee, whatever's the title. So that's how they did that.
Yeah, but how does it come out on the signature?
It will come out that your signature will be your name, and on at the bottom. So the top will be Investnotic. The bottom one is your name. When they sign it, you sign as your name. Yeah, the same like this one. This one on this part, you can change it here. You can change the name here, whatever way you for signature. You know, you can change Lauren, the middle name, and Robles, whatever way you want.
Yeah, but who's buying it now?
That's a good thing. Yeah, that's what I'm going to ask. I'm waiting for the response.
Because the
might not come tonight. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but buyer's name should be. See, please correct the missing or invalid information. I already got that.
Email.
My email is right. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I think it's once is this information. It's fine. Let's use their email.
Yeah, put your email for now. It will come up. Okay.
I corrected it. What are we talking about? Okay, so that's done. Let's see how this comes out. This is what I want. We need to find this information corrected. You need to guys.
Correct.
You guys need to have it corrected. Because now at this point I'm really it shows Lauren Robles. But
the name of the company is down there.
Where?
Right there under Lauren Robles.
Is this?
Oh, what happened now? I saw it a while ago. What happened?
No, yeah, it is. Here's the name of the company. Here's the signer. The signer's name is showing up. Here's the name of the buyer. Initials and everything will be Lauren Robles. So which is now okay. So now it's coming out okay. So here's Lauren's name and here's the investor's name. Investor company itself, the buyer. So Lauren Robles is showing up as a signer, and whereas the Investment Nordics is showing up as a buyer, actual buyer. That's who's going to be buying the property. So, right. So we're done with this. I'm going to quit. I'm going to show you guys something here. Alton, I want to hear something from you. I have a question for you. Have you worked with short sales or distressed properties? I can't hear you. Your volume's down or something. Nope, nothing. It's going to be a volume issue somewhere. I'm going to delete this right now.
You know, I've been talking to, I didn't know if you heard me at all.
No.
No wonder you weren't answering me. Okay.
Well, Alton, I don't know. He's on mute or something's going on. I don't see his mute there, but it shows he's not on mute. But it's something that, Alton, go to the bottom of your computer. At the bottom, look at my computer. If I go to the bottom on your right-hand side, there's a speaker. Click on that, and there's a volume control at the bottom. See if that can be turned on or not. It's still, I'm not hearing anything here, so that's why I just want to.
Oh, hello. I'm just talking on my. How come I don't see the rest of the people? Usually I see, unless I click participants, but I don't see the rest of the people.
Well, Alton is on, you're on, and Jim is on. Jim is on mute. Or
I see their names, but I don't see the video.
I don't see. His video is shut off. He hasn't put the camera on. I don't know how that works. Come on.
No worries, no problem.
Here we go. All right, Alton, I don't know. Give me a thumbs up, Alton. Have you worked with what do you call, distressed properties? I don't even see you. I have, your camera's changed. Do you work with distressed properties? Yes or no? No. Okay. If you
he can chat with you.
I can't hear his voice. That's the thing. There's something wrong with his microphone.
No, I meant he can type in the chat. Oh, there you go. I hear you now. You can type it in too, Alton. I hear somebody's background voice noise.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. So just to give you a heads up, if you ever want to work with distressed properties, I don't have much time right now. I'm showing you 5 minutes, or within 5 minutes, I'm going to show you something. RPR, this is RPR. You guys have it on the Pacific sites. So I'm going to show you RPR. You see, whoops, darn it. Now going to be fun. There we go. Here's RPR on Pacific West site. So you click on that, and you'll get to this page here. What do you want to put? Like, I'm going to put Carson. And Carson is in California, so you just put California there. And you go to Advance. If you click on Advance, then you notice this carefully. This will all be checked for you. What I want you to do is uncheck all these guys, except for distress. Leave distress on and go here to all properties. Once you're done with that, hit search, and guess what will happen? So look at that. It'll show you all these properties are for distress. And it won't show up all. If yours will be default as 10. If you are 10, it'll just show a few. But if you're smart, just pull this down to 100.
Mm-hmm.
It will show up with a big map. If there's a smaller map like this, and you just say bigger map,
Mm-hmm.
and it will show up like this.
Mm-hmm.
So what you want to do is, let me just do a minus here a little bit. There you go. So you see all these properties. What you want to do is now go scroll down, and here's the information on these properties. So if I click on the first one and scroll down, this is the value of the property at 581. By the way, don't ever go sell a property in Carson. I'm just going to give you guys a heads up. Carson City, it's a pain to do business in that city.
Oh.
So don't bother with Carson, but any other cities you can go ahead. So scroll down, and they give you information. Sometimes you'll have the telephone numbers here. You see the phone number here? 424. They've got a phone number for the guys. Excited, Alton?
I'm surprised.
Wow.
I like that.
You like this part, right? It gives it a name, it gives it a telephone numbers. Yeah? Exciting, right? So what's this? You see the distress information here. Look at this. It tells you notice of default, they owe past due 19,000. Payment is the last payment or payment due date was 3/1/19. They're not going to make that amount. So you can knock on these guys' doors and say, hey guys, I can save your butt. I have an investor ready to buy your property. You interested? So your property price is at 581, most likely 481, 450. It doesn't matter how much they owe in that. If they say yes, there's a shoo-in. Just get it all done. Make
Wouldn't
sense?
they want to know how much equity they have in their home?
So equity and all that, it will show up. So let
Oh, okay.
me give you a heads up. Exterior details on that, it's coming up here. Hold on a sec. So here's a mortgage history. It's got a 6% interest rate. Its loan amount is 480. What do you think?
I think he'd add, but he can't refi, so he might have to listen.
Yeah. So, but you see what I'm getting at. So this was Carson, and this will be a good one with a cash buyer, because there's no inspection, nothing to do, and there's escrows and everything to close up. This is a shoo-in, right? So
We just said don't do Carson.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, but I maybe didn't think of it, but if it's a cash buyer, you could do it. It's a possibility. You don't have to worry about the inspection coming from the city.
Aye.
Most escrow type of thing, you do have inspection and everything to come from the city, but this one, no. But let's try this number 2 guy. Just give you a heads up. So 475 list price, AVR, and this is 100,000 more. Look at this. You can even see the inside of it. Let's find out what the issue with this guy. Oh, by the way, let's find out if there's a telephone number. And guess what?
There you go.
Jackpot, right?
Oh yeah.
So let's try this one.
It's multiplex too, though.
Yeah. So I'm running out of time. I've got 10 minutes left. So let's see. Foreclosure, notice of foreclosure sale. It's going to come up. And this thing's got, yikes. You got to keep kidding, man.
He's in deep doodle.
He's indeed. So he's looking at his mortgage. His loan amount is only 25 grand, man. What the hell's going on with this guy? He's
Oh my goodness.
There's something wrong with him, man. Right?
Oh boy.
There's a lot of, this guy's got to be nuts, man. So that's your answers. This is from.
I've never seen that before.
No,
Ever.
But look at this. Give you a history on it. There's more information about history and everything. What has happened? Quit claims, intra-transfer, family. All this information, loan amount, assessed values, and everything is down here. Delinquent year. It's got all the details. Man, here's our mortgage information. 25,500 loan amount, and he's defaulting on that.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, nuts.
Oh my God.
Refine all this neighborhood. There's a
I
neighborhood.
think I could buy it.
There you go.
Right?
Come on, Arvin, come on, Alton, let's do business.
Let's buy that one.
So there's ways to do it, right? So going back here, I want to do this one.
Santa Ana or Anaheim.
No, the garbage go.
Oh. What am I
Well, I want to be Orange County.
So garbage
Good
grove.
night, Jim. Good night, Jim. He said his battery's dying already. He's saying good night.
Oh, okay.
Oh. No, I don't even see what he's talking about. Garden Grove neighborhood.
Yeah, I checked Garden Grove too. Yeah.
Give me 30
I've been
seconds.
trying.
Let's finish this out. So here's Garbage Grove. You guys don't know that?
I know that.
Mhm.
So why is it grayed out?
It's a little high. is a little high though and expensive. So I
No,
check them.
Results, let's put this out. Here we do again, Garden Grove.
You only want single family, right?
You can try everything else. I mean, you guys need to try it out. I don't know what you guys want to do.
Okay.
Here you go. This is where you see,
Oh,
this is
gotcha.
what was throwing it off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
distress
Yes.
and bingo. Let's see now. What's the red ones come up?
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. There you go.
There you go.
Right.
Oh my
So let's hit the first one. Check what or not.
See, they're pretty high, right? Yeah, yeah, there you
And there's no telephone number on him, but
go.
all
How
the
did he
information.
get away with that? Uh-huh.
Some people do, but first fast people search. Remember that one?
Yeah, I do that.
So distressed property. Here's your notice of recession,
Ooh.
foreclosure sale. He must have paid something off.
To receive.
He's playing games too.
Probably to extend, right? To extend his.
Mhm.
Yeah, but he's got assessed value, tax values, and things like that. But I don't know what the legal.
How much is it? Oh,
That's what I'm trying to find out because there's a lot of information here. Because he's got a lot of issues.
so what does that mean? It's like the same anyway.
He's got
You know,
314.
auction.
He's got a 314. Look at that 314. Notice of foreclosure
That's
sale.
a bid. That's a bid.
It's,
People tried bidding them.
So unpaid balance is 314, and his value of the property is 6 something.
Yeah, twice.
Half the price. Look at the dump that he's
Twice.
staying in.
Twice, yeah.
Right. So if I go to the
But
history,
5 bedrooms too. Was
Yeah.
it 5 or 3? Yeah.
look at that. So he's got something going on. He bought it at 261, 446. He's really under. There's something going on. There's your answers. He bought it at 543. He only put 60%. Well, I don't know about 60%. This is 604 as value. He's paying taxes higher than it's worth. There's a loan amount of 83 is showing up. I don't know how that is working out.
Huh?
So you guys need to figure out. You guys maybe want to talk to somebody and figure out how much this one is going on or what's going on. So Jim's gone there. Okay, but there's your answer. You think you guys can do things here?
I think we should try, Connie.
Yeah, I was telling you. I just talked to you about that not too long ago, didn't we?
Right. I said, well, let's get together and see if we could at least get it started. A couple of efforts and let's try it out.
You sent Anna, oops, seeing garbage.
Yeah, I wanted something closer to me too.
What?
Inglewood. Oh no, we went to Inglewood already before.
Well, it's close to you. Man.
So what are you in
Anaheim's
Fullerton?
the close. Yes. I tried Fullerton too high, I know.
I'm gonna try Buena Park just to see.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna find.
Good luck. I know one though, a personal one, but no one's biting it yet.
You know who's already doing it? James. You remember James?
James who?
From TNG.
No.
He is Fullerton. What are you talking about?
Connie, look
Yeah,
at
but the prices. I know the prices.
Who cares?
Let's
What
see. Let's
what do
see.
you-
But we just talk about it, you know. But
No,
these are the values.
Look at that.
They're
Let's
not the, they're
look
not
at
the
it. That's a
selling prices.
500.
604. What do you care
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, I have some. I found some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but look at the dump these people are staying in.
You know,
What
I
is it?
forgot about that. You can see the pictures there. I'm like, oh yeah, we do. I did send some, but I haven't received anybody replying. I did send. Garden Grove, I sent some. I did. Fullerton, nobody came back.
Stop. You need to door knock these guys and it will work. But your investors, email them directly. Don't go to Cloud CMA. Just do it directly to these guys.
Gotcha.
And say, hey, I've got this thing going on, dude. I've got these properties. What the hell are you guys doing? Sleeping or what? Yeah, look at this. Unpaid balance of 569.
Oh,
Right?
Unpaid
569.
balance is not the same as the mortgage amount, right?
You guys need to read all this thing. I'm just doing a short, fast stuff for you guys.
Gotcha.
You guys need to look at all this. I don't see this because to me, I'm just training you guys,
Okay.
right? I don't see what you guys need to see. You guys need to work this thing out. And if you guys need to figure it out, you guys need to figure it out because you can talk to a title company and let them know. So what else is going on with this property? They'll give you more input on it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay.
This one is off the. This one I would go into fast people search and find the person.
Gotcha.
Because I didn't see her. Because if I go back, find this guy. Let's see if he has a telephone number. Look at him. This looks like a.
Oh, it's a nice one.
Yeah, but this one is.
Oh, so he's got to be on. I haven't that many pictures. He's got to be on MLS or something.
MLS before, yeah.
It's got to be.
And I know where Carroll is, close to the airport. Yeah.
And so I don't know where. There's no. Yeah, this looks like some historical information coming from the MLS.
Okay.
But
yeah, listing details.
Listing details.
They just changed the date, so they just sold.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I don't know.
Okay, we'll look.
But it says off the market. These are all off the market showing up. Peacock. Look at. I've heard somebody say about Peacock also sometimes. Like
Peacock.
It's got multiple pictures here too.
I know where Peacock is too. Yeah, it's about a couple miles away from our house. Yeah.
So this was also one of the properties that was on the market. Trustee.
Yeah.
And they had some issues too. Default in that. By the way, if this system hangs up on you guys, don't bother to call. I could get back in, but this is going to be the end of it, just to give you a heads up. Ouch.
So it's a good night then? When it's gone, it's good night then?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just want to continue as long as I can. Then I'll load up this thing onto the YouTube.
Thank you. Yeah.
Dues, they've got 160 HOA issues. I would read this. There's more to it because you know what? I don't have all the information on these things.
Gotcha.
Because it's just a matter of, I go through this because I just have to learn it and show you guys how to use it. But I have no idea what all, I mean, I can read it out. I can understand some 99%. Look at this past year, 39 grand. You can't go wrong with this, guys, man. 39 grand.